All right, it's about 35 degrees. Sorry for the traffic noise. We're at a park in Sedro-Woolley and we're gonna get on the Cascade Trail. It's about 22 plus miles to concrete and it is actually really cold, but it's supposed to be sunny today and we saw the sun earlier, so I'm hoping we'll see it again. Just a little over 3 miles in. So far it's this really nice agricultural area, and once you get past the beginning where we parked, it's kind of right by Highway 20 and loud. Out here with the cows, it's super peaceful. It's been a rainy winter, and even though, and there's Dave back there, even though it's like in the 30s and our fingers were frozen to begin with until we warmed up, it's so great to be outside. This is just a gorgeous day. Fog and all, I'll take it. And then right after we cross this Wiseman Creek fish passage, which was empty of water, the trail is just gone and it's basically a rocky creek bed. It's dry and passable, but it is not hard gravel here. It looks like the creek must have overflowed its banks and changed course, and at one point this was definitely the creek instead of a trail. This is fun. Oh, there's the creek. We're gonna go right through it. Let's see if I can go one-handed through the creek so I can film it here. It's gonna get deep here. Whoa, soft sand. Looks even deeper up here. What do you think, babe? Go for it or wait or what? Well, this is the trail. Through there you can see where it picks up. The creek is pretty deep and pretty quick right here. Not dangerous to get through. The only problem we're thinking about is if we tip on the bikes and get wet, or even if we get our feet wet. It is, 35 degrees out or so, so that wouldn't be too pleasant for the rest of the ride. We haven't gone 5 miles yet. All right. We're at 5.13 right here. Finally, I'm meeting up with the Skagit at mile, just a little over 6 miles. Unfortunately, the mountains are still socked in with fog. There's a little piece of one showing. Hopefully we'll get some more beautiful river views. Is it just me? Does it look like this whole bridge is like not where it's supposed to be? It still looks passable. A little sketchy on the other side maybe, but it's not gonna break. I'm gonna push my bike across. All right, so I'm walking across this bridge. The creek is Muddy Creek, and I am 9.8 miles from where I started in Sedro-Woolley. Can't remember if I told you, Dave turned around at 5 miles, and here is the trail. So the bridge definitely has shifted, and I'm going to scooch up onto this and keep going. Back at the way I came, and to my right I notice this really fresh trail built. I don't know where this goes. If you know where this goes in the comments, let me know. I'll do a little research when I get home and see if I can find out as well. And then presumably straight ahead is where I'm going, onto concrete. Well, I kept going straight, and this is what I hit: a bench and a beautiful pond, but a dead end. So I don't know, there's a way I can see to get onto this road, or maybe that side trail was the new trail I was supposed to take to the right. All right, I am on the road. Luckily I met somebody that knew the area, and instead of going back to that right where that new trail had been cut in, he said that where I'd come to the dead end there used to be a bridge and it's out. So instead you just cut over to this road. I don't know what road this is. I'll see if I can find out. And then he said once I get over the whatever stream the bridge was crossing, then I would see where the Cascade Trail picks up again. So a little bit of a detour, not marked. At least heading north it's not marked. So there's where it ended. It's this really pretty wetlands area that the bridge is not over. So you have to pedal on the road. That's a super quick detour. I do see where it picks up again. There's my trail. Let's see where I can get back on it. Right here, between these two boulders. I think this is Highway 20 I'm coming up on. Looks like I need to cross it without a signal. I thought there was an overpass or something, but no. Silly me. Back along Highway 20, you can hear that. Crossing Alder Creek, which is beautiful and quite full. Crossing a puddle. All right, I'm just under 15 miles in. You can hear somebody target practicing, which is always fun. And after a month and a half of being stuck indoors, because of constant torrential rain, my legs are pissed off at me. Snow beside the trail. Kind of chilly up here. Wish I hadn't got my feet wet earlier. All right, there's another detour back there, the trail. I should have taken a picture of the sign. It said cross Grandy Creek on the Highway 20 walkway. I wasn't sure what that meant. But I got down here, I can see this ends. I can see there's a creek. I assume that's Grandy Creek. So there must be a bridge walkway and then get back on the trail. So we'll give that a shot. Now, it didn't say where to get back on it, but I think just the very first driveway and I can see the trail again. So a couple little detours, not super well marked. Not too big of a deal if you're familiar with the area, but I'm not. So it took me a second to make sure I was going the right way. About 2 miles from concrete. I think this field sometimes has elk in it. I'm seeing elk sign on the trail here. It's a shame I don't see any actual elk. I'm really glad it's actually winter when I'm doing this because these are maple trees and the leaves are off. So here I've got this gorgeous view of the Skagit River. The noise down there is Highway 20 and it is just a stunningly beautiful day. Well, I have about a mile or a mile and a half left, and I just passed a sign that said this section of trail is temporarily closed, but I'm going to see if I can just push through. So I see why it's closed. The stream here is cut through, so I'm gonna have to hike a bike around. This stream is cut fresh right through the trail. It's, you can see, left a lot of sediment in here, and it's also cut a deep channel so that the drop is right where the trail normally would be. I am just pushing my bike. The ground here is very solid. The stream is very small today. Just gonna push it right through here where the ground is firm and it's not anywhere close to that little drop off there. And then I can see the trail picks up right there. It should be fine. So I'm just over 20 miles here, and I'm not going to get too close because obviously this bank is freshly eroded. And even though it's tiny, I don't really feel like falling into a tiny muddy chasm. You definitely can't drive over this with your bike. You definitely have to push around upstream. Downstream, definitely not a good option. But upstream, you don't have to go very far, just a couple yards. You can see where the drop off starts here. and then up there it's nice and flat. If we get a lot more snow melt or rain, this would be a really sketchy place to be. So definitely wouldn't recommend it if it wasn't such a gorgeous day. Coming into concrete, and there is the famous concrete silos. I'll have to find out what those were used for and let you guys know. I haven't reached the end of the trail yet, but I am in concrete. I succeeded. Fantastic. I've driven by this a billion times and never stopped and looked. And these huge concrete silo things that say welcome to concrete are a lot bigger when you're down on the ground looking up at them than when you're just flying by in a car. It's paved. That's wonderful, because I am spent. Also nice that this little part is melted out, mostly. Here's the little park on the concrete end. Concrete Center. Huh. Looks like it's closed.